In the top left-hand corner, representing T, Gosu, B, it is Eliteslayer.
And in the bottom right-hand corner, is the orange Zerg from Risen Competitive. It's Stalixx.
It is Stalixx. Wait, is he saying that this is the first time we played, or is he? Oh, yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if he was referring to a past scenario, or being like, the first time we played, I made you my bitch. Ooh, both players are excited. And you know what? That makes me excited. Are you excited, Renegade?
Well, I'm just hoping they don't do anything too crazy while we're streaming. I don't want you to get banned from Twitch.
Well, you know,
So if they keep that excitement to a PG-13 level.
PG-13 levels of excitement. I agree. We can halt it there. We don't need to get even more excited than that, but we could.
Yeah,
But maybe we shouldn't.
We want to keep to the upper bounds of excitement.
Yeah, I think I agree. But you know, sometimes a great TVZ happens, and you just can't control yourself a little bit.
Yeah. You're just holding it in. You're holding it in, and then blam, 6 abducts happen.
And that's how you get banned from Twitch, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
6 abducts. That's how you ban me from Twitch. Because I'll tell you what, if 6 abducts happens to win the game, I will find a way to say something that will get me banned off Twitch.
Sometimes you're just out there. You have 20 Thors. You're like, there's no way this Zerg can beat me. And then they just get penetrated by like 15 neural parasites, right?
Already starting with the phallic language, I see.
Nothing of the sort. Nothing of the sort.
Nothing of the sort. I'm talking about keep the man. What are you talking about? But anyway, it looks like so far macro openings from both of these guys. CC on the low ground here from Eliteslayer, Hatch first from Stalixx. So we're on our way to 6 abducts. It's gonna take a few minutes to get there, but we're on our way to it.
Yeah, and this Reaper also taking a few minutes to get across the map. Kind of stayed outside the barracks for a little while, but it's gonna make its way to Stalixx's base. Fortunately for it, 4 defensive lanes will be quite operational by the time his little friends arrive.
Well, that is the line, right? Zergling operational, right?
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, that's the famous StarCraft II line. Zergling operational.
I like Stalixx.
Micro on those injured lings back.
Yeah.
Yep. Because all you need to do is buy time for the queen. It looks like, oh, great micro going back in there by Eliteslayer. He's going to get both of the lings, and he's going to keep that Reaper alive. So some nice picks early on. You want those 4 lings so you can zone out later when you try and take your 3rd base.
Right. And Eliteslayer is going to make... The next step in this game is going to be about delaying that 3rd. Unfortunately, Reaper a little bit out of position here, and that
yeah, but he's going to delay long enough with the SCV, I think.
Oh, Stalixx didn't pull the queen.
No, he didn't. Oh, but the hatch gets down just barely. These 2 lings have to book it back to creep, and they're going to make it there while this Reaper...
No hatch. I don't know.
This Reaper's just going to pew-pew at the hatch. Not going to get a lot
done. There's a Roach Warren, but the Reaper immediately scouts it.
Yeah.
It literally goes down and the Reaper scouts it.
Yeah, but I mean, he knew that Reaper was there, so there's a chance that, he's getting that, with the Baneling Nest to go into a composition that involves roaches that's not a roach all-in. Because you can get Terran players, like, to panic a little bit if they see an early Roach Warren where they assume, like, oh gosh, roaches, he has to be all-inning me, and that's not necessarily the case.
Well, I think Eliteslayer is just going to play it cool. He pretty much exclusively either goes Proxy Racks or Marine Tank against Zerg, so we are going to see that Marine Tank here. There's a reactor going down on the factory. It's going to swap out with the Starport, and he's going to go for that 5.5 minute timing push.
Yeah, the 2-1-1. And you're right, I mean, the Baneling Nest will be done in time, but again, the biggest hole, I have to say, that we've seen in Stalixx's game is his lack of creep spread. Because one of the things that helps you deal with that push is getting your creep pushed out and giving you space to deal with that. And he's not going to have that space here.
No, he is not. And especially when you're holding a 2-1, the creep spread between the natural and the 3rd is hyper important to be able to maneuver your army between those 2 locations. As well as, Stalixx isn't going for queens here, but he is going for roaches, and those are going to be slow roaches trying to respond to these drops from Eliteslayer.
Yeah. And again, he's not going for that super high heavy queen defense. He's choosing to get more roaches up. but it looks like Eliteslayer is going to split these two medevacs up. I think both of them fly past Overlords, right?
Um, just the one.
The bottom one.
Yeah, the bottom one. The one headed toward the main is spotted, but I don't think the one toward the top is spotted.
Yeah, but to be fair, oh, okay, so he's going to blow up the one on the bottom, but he hasn't moved anything back in position. And with nothing here, if he doesn't get into his main very quickly, he's going to take some damage here. And here come the
On the
Marines.
drones. The first 4 fall.
Ooh, but this Spore Crawler is going to do a lot of damage to this medevac. He might be able to pick it up, but no, it's down to 12 HP, but still alive. Here comes the army, and now Eliteslayer is going to be able to get out of here, killing 9 drones. 9 drones is a good pickup.
Yeah, he only lost 2 Marines and health on the medevac. Well, I guess he also lost
The
entire
top
attack
drop,
on the
yeah.
board,
But still,
yeah.
I think worthwhile for him, considering he keeps, you know, a decent amount of that alive. You'll take 9 drones. You'll take it. First creep tumor finally down on the map here from Stalixx. That is a necessary thing for him to do here. And now the orbital command is going to finish up here from Elite. He's powering up on his racks.
He also, it's important to note, he didn't make Creep Queen, so that creep tumor is an inject that he skipped.
Yeah.
There's no inject on the main, so he's going to be a little bit behind in larva, as well as supply blocks.
Yeah, and you know, with Eliteslayer powering up, getting that third base, I think he might be looking to push soon here. He's got some tanks behind this now as well. We do see Ravagers coming out, so it looks like Ravager Baneling is going to be the composition of choice here. Oh wait, he's getting Hydra upgrades too. Okay. But again, you know, one of the huge things that's important if you're going for a Roach Hydra comp is getting a fast 2/2 upgrades. And unfortunately, he's not getting those.
Stalixx is going for a 4th here, and I know Eliteslayer is a former member of Risen. I know his play, Validity Team League, and he's been improving since he's been studying with Gamer Richie. But this push is his bread and butter. This is where he wins or loses, and I think he's going to win this one. He has a lot of Marines here. He's just going to commit to this attack and stream units across the map. This is what Eliteslayer does.
Yeah.
And
He forced to cancel. He forced to cancel, and he's getting himself sieged up in a very nice spot here to continually deny this 4th base. That spot, the 4th at that spot is not going to get taken. We see more Banelings coming up, but they don't have Baneling speed, so, I mean, are they even Banelings if they don't have Baneling speed?
And, I mean, there's low creep spread, so their opportunities to engage here are limited.
Yeah, I think he needs to try and wrap around with a few Ravagers, maybe try and pick out that outlying tank a little bit. Ooh, it looks like a little bit of a counterattack here towards the 3rd base. That could be very, very nice. But the question is
a hole here in Eliteslayer's gameplay. It goes past the building 4th, not going to get a cancel. But they are in on the 3rd.
Yeah, and he needs to get some counter damage done here.
Pulling some units back to defend this.
Yeah, and with the repair on this tank, he should hold this pretty fine. 5 SCVs in total do go down. He's pulling back some of the medevacs, but again, this buys.
And I mean, behind this, Stalixx has put down a 4th, so.
Yeah, so he takes a little bit of the pressure off there, which is nice. But again, with no Baneling speed on the way, I think he needs that upgrade. He needs it pretty badly. Because there's a 4th coming now for Eliteslayer as well. And here we go. It looks like Stalixx might be trying to pounce on this army. Oh, great pullback. These tanks are now sieged. They're going to blow up on tanks.
They're going to blow up? But,
GG is called, yeah.
So many Banelings were traded for that in Eliteslayer. It takes game to...
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing that he was missing there was the Baneling speed. If he has that, you know, he can maybe get on some of the Marines there, but wasn't there for him. And we're going to have to see if Stalixx can pull things back as he is down 1-0 with his back against the wall.